We are rising. This is our Moroccan court action. Today is September 13th, 1445 in the ancient Islamic sun calendar, 1446 on the ancient Islamic moon calendar. This is a universal, sovereign, aboriginal, indigenous, natural, divine writ, warranto, mandammus, restitutio, statement for document 1010505 101050905. 1099 acquisition and all other 1099 actions in the favor of all Moors. Book 521, page 579, August 1st, 1928 at 2:52 p.m. All rise and stand and remain standing into perpetuity. This is a sovereign living ancient Article 3, Moorishe American Court action. Where the sovereign living justice and capitis diminutio nolo in red ink in proprio sono to juris and proprio solo and proprio heredes. All Moors are the original indigenous sovereign ancient Moroccan Moorish American ascendants of the great pharaohs of Kemet, and that the ancient man by the Canaanites. Our full faith and trust, our allegiance, our credit, and our energy are hereby vested in ourselves, for we are the people who are the original, aboriginal, indigenous, natural, divine, ancient empire state of Morocco, and the de jure Moorish National Republic federal government. Universal Moorish American Consulate and Article 3 Moorish American Consular Court. We are peace, we are one nation, one state, one empire, one God. We hereby exercise all sovereign rights at this time and all points of time, not pro top. Whereas the original indigenous, sovereign, ancient Moroccan Moors, who are the ancient empire state, are the trust corpus for the Holy Prophet Noble Ali, 1928 Vatican State Express Trust. Whereas all living Moors are the fiduciary trustees, executors, claimants, heirs, and beneficiaries for all trust land, all trust natural resources, all trust property, and all trust commerce. Whereas we are the divine trustees for the affairs, for the living trust, for the eternal prophet Noble Ali, and all eternal sovereigns. Solution 1099 Acquisition Exhibit A Affirmation for Fiduciary Officers. Solution 1099 Acquisition Exhibit B 1099 Acquisition Affidavit. Solution 1099 Acquisition Exhibit C Moorish Science Temple of America 101-05905 Record Book 521 page 579. Solution 1099 Acquisition Exhibit D. Exhibit A Illinois Cook County. We the people who are the sovereign empire state of Morocco, the de jure Moorish National Republic federal government, the Moorish American Consulate, and Article 3 Moorish American Consular Court, and who are the Cook County recorders for deeds, do lawfully honorably affirm that at a congressional meeting by and of the sovereigns for the de jure Moorish Science Temple of America convened at all territories to include Chicago, Illinois, as the county for Cook and the ancient territories of Illinois. On this 28th day of April, Anno Domini 1443, for this purpose, the people have elected all Moors to be consuls, justices, empresses, and emperors, sheikhs, and sheikhs, according to the rules and usages of the Universal de jure Moorish Science Temple of America. The said Moorish Science Temple of America, in deriving her power and authority from the sovereign Aboriginal Indigenous Moorish American people. First, said sovereigns do include the Holy Quran of the Moorish Holy Temple of Science, to proclaim and disciple all nations, extend the tradition and truth of the great God of Allah at America, to anoint, appoint, and consecrate the missionaries in honor of the Prophet, and to continue the eternal activation of the law at America. The Moorish Science Temple of America affirms as our living corporate sanctum appellation, Moorish Science Temple of America. At said meeting, the sovereign living justice remonstratory Davenport did preside at one of many Moorish offices, scripted and affirmed this day with the stamp and seal of this sovereign government and consulate, and witnessed by a great cloud of witnesses who are custodians in the office of constitutionally inferior courts. 2 Corinthians 13:1. In the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses shall every word be established. Isaiah 32:22. For the Lord is our judge, the Lord is our lawgiver, the Lord is our king, it is he who will save us. Exhibit B, meets and bounds of the estate, all land, all natural resources, all commerce. All land, all natural resources, and all commerce, all latitudes above, all middle latitudes, all latitudes below Earth is in perfect alignment with and including all longitudes above, all middle longitudes, and all latitudes below, to include latitudes and longitudes 3 degrees northeast of present-day Mogadishu and 22 degrees north latitude at Yemen, Moab, 5 degrees west of Serbia, 12 degrees east latitude of the Kingdom of Axum, to 40 degrees east longitude, 2,982 miles longitude. In South Africa, 12 degrees in east longitude, southwest of Moab, at Luanda, Angola, just below the Congo, across the Great Atlantis, even onto the present northwest, farthest west, top of America, 72 degrees north latitude, plus 4,940 miles, 150 degrees west longitude, plus 21 miles above the equator from Moab, plus 3,160 miles, plus in Central or Mesoamerica, including Mexico and the Atlantis Islands at 19 degrees north latitude, plus 1,330 miles, because 122 degrees west longitude, plus 74 miles near the equator from Moab, plus 9,028 miles, plus South America at 52 degrees south latitude, plus 3,640 miles. 78 degrees southwest longitude, plus 41 miles below the equator from Moab, for a geological span of over 15,376 miles, equivalent to 2,036,421 and 366 square miles, more than 3/4 of Earth, specifically with the original universal sovereign primary secure party of interest in habitation being delivering more science, Temple of America, were part and parcel of the entire vast estate, which is all Earth, Gaia, and Midgard. Exhibit C. We the people who are the sovereign empire state of Morocco, the de jure Moorish National Republic federal government, the Moorish American Consulate, and the Article 3 Moorish American Constitutional Court do lawfully and honorably affirm that all Moors who are the ancient empire state of Morocco, the de jure Moorish National Republic federal government, the Moorish American Consulate, and the Moorish Consular Court are hereby appointed fiduciary trustees and officers by vote affirmations of we the people, with powers and duties and authorities for the Moorish Science Temple of America, a body politic and an ecclesiastical government according to the usages and customs, rules, regulations, articles for association. All constitutions are created by this government, bylaws, canons, and all others is lawful, quo warranto, mandammus, restitutio, writ is in alignment with the supreme law for the land, and this law concerning corporations, living corporate sanctum. Sanctions, sections 46A, 46B, 46C, 46D, 46E, 46F, 46G, 46A, 46I, and all others in the favor of all mothers, Moors. The law concerning corporations was affirmed April 18, 1872. Heretofore, and for the purposes of this document and court actions, a recorded Moor is one who has placed their proclamation of nationality on the public record for additional due process. A recorded Moor is also a Moor who is notified the custodian in the office of the Cook County Recorder for Deeds at Chicago, Illinois Territory by Empire State Moorish government affidavit of her or his nationality. The affirmed document filing number of each for each and all nationality documents received at said office shall be 10105 905, and the receiving date shall be August 1st, 1928 at 2:52 p.m. non-proton, and is hereby recorded at part and parcel of this 101-05905 document at Book 521, page 579. All documents are filed and recorded with the Universal Ancient Original Indigenous Article 3 of Moorish American Consular Court and placed on the public record. In addition, the tax not obligated number shall be AA 222141 A1 truth for the entire Empire State. All recorded Moors have full right to all title, status, claim, entitlements, and interests to, for, and in the Moorish Science Temple of America. Whereas the District for Columbia and the Congress for the United States, in alignment with the United States Code, Title 28, Section 3002, Subsection 58, is subject to the Moorish Empire State, which includes all Moorish states, nations, governments, and tribes. Whereas all titles and abilities, appellations, El Bey, Day, Al, and Ali shall be recognized by all law to include international law. Whereas the flag for the Moorish Science Temple is and shall remain the red canopy and the green five-pointed star, the mother of all flags and living evidences and proclamation of our naturalist ascent to this land, the Moroccan Empire. Whereas the Ministry for Moorish Affairs shall collaborate with other applicable Moorish ministries to oversee the operations for all ministry currently listed in this document, as well as those that may be established, dissolved, or amended in the future. All Moors whose offices are appropriated as ambassadors within the Ministry for Moorish Affairs shall competently deal directly with the central government of foreign nations and societies. Appropriated officers shall provide consular court credentials with a statement showing that all actions sanctioned to operate by the authority of the following ministries within 15 business days of a request by a licensed or ambassador appropriated by a sovereign. My bad. By a foreign government, business days do not include Friday, as today is appropriated as a holiday within the Moorish Science Temple of America. Dealings with these naturalized citizen subject of the United States of America are by Article 3 of Morris American Consular Court writs and affidavit are as outlined in the Treaty for Peace and Friendship 1786 and 1836. Vital Statistics Ministry, Nationality and Birthright Ministry, Commerce and Merchant Ministry, Law and Justice Peacekeeping Ministry, Moorish Hospitality and Healing Ministry, Consular Affairs Ministry, Moorish Production Ministry, Private Services Ministry, International Affairs Ministry, Media and Arts Ministry, all ministries in the favors of the people. Whereas the document 101-05905, also known as the Vast Estate for Noble Jolly, will serve as the instrument by which the Moorish Science Temple of America shall issue credit and discharge debt for recorded Moors throughout the vast estate trust, which is all land, air, space, and sea at earth to include North, South, and Central America and all adjoining islands. Whereas all recorded Moors do hereby exercise sovereign right to freely lawfully travel in the jurisdiction of the ancient ancestral inhabited estate, that is all land, space, and sea, and all commerce. Whereas all recorded Moors do hereby exercise the right to lawfully bear arms. Whereas all recorded Moors who are occupying penal holding facilities are Moorish American consular officers and have the authority to peacefully secure their freedoms from such facilities or navigate court actions while the assistance of a Moorish American consul. Whereas if any Moor consents to a judicial proceeding regarding supreme law for the land of a statutory conflict, Article 3 court shall be the venue at all times. Article 3 jurisdiction is within the bloodline and birthright, and does travel where every Moor is traveled no protunct. No Moor shall be held without his or her consent. Exhibit D. Whereas the 1099 acquisition affidavit recorded on August 1st, 1928 at 2:52 p.m. by Noble Jolly Cook County Recorders for Deeds is document number 101-05905, book 2521, page 579, shall serve as a written affirmation affidavit stating our sovereign state authority by which the Moorish Science Temple of America shall conduct her business on August 1st, 1928. The said document was stamped, affirmed, received by signature of custodian Jason Nosky, Salome's and custodian counsel Roberta W. with affirmation by the custodians in the office of the Crown. Whereas an affirmation affidavit of authority is an instrument whose source is a sovereign who shall issue grants to the whole nation and to part and parcel of the nations to enlarge and to further the ancient empire state. Whereas we are a dual government, people state, and the nation, which states that this government is the law and is the root of all law, for the recognition and protection of rights, not for them. Whereas we hereby execute at our will to include juris semi imperii, which is right of sovereignty and supreme dominion, and ancient jura regalia, which is royal rights, not protunct. Whereas we hereby invoke sovereignty at our will to include jura sanguinii, nolo, jura civil, jimmy pursuit, no protunct. This is our statement that the right of blood and country cannot be destroyed by any civil law. Whereas the divine constitution and bylaws, along with the articles for association, articles for confederation, and the Constitution for the United States of America, and the building blocks for the body politic of the Moorish Science of America, Whereas the books 101 questions for Mars children, the Holy Quran for the Mars Holy Temple, the science as divinely prepared by the Noble Prophet Ali, the adult members' books and the Mars Science, the Temple Divine Constitution and bylaws are literary foundations of the ecclesiastical body of the Mars Science Temple of America. Whereas the Supreme Council, the grand body, shall legis- legislate law regarding the Moorish Science Temple of America. These laws will be communicated to all custodians and foreign bodies to ensure that the law is honored by way of the public record. Whereas the Supreme Council and the Grand Body for the Moorish Science Temple of America do hereby convene and affirm that this statement is the law for the Moorish Science Temple of America. Whereas all recorded Moors shall exercise aboriginal consular jurisdiction in all matters including nationality, titles, status, claim, right, interest in the governing civil matters, criminal matters, commercial matters, or otherwise involving a Moor and a citizen subject. Furthermore, the originations of empire, state, sovereign, living birth affidavit is universal law, which demonstrates that all Moors are birthed, domiciled, and travel at our land, jurisdiction of sovereign, the ancient empire state of Morocco. Whereas all United States corporation companies and instrumentalities are excluded from the ecclesiastical body of the Moorish Science Temple of America. This sovereign justice stands as the law for where the people not protect Islam and Islamism. All sovereign Aboriginal Indigenous Nation Divine Moorish American autograph feminists and all sovereign Aboriginal Indigenous Ancient Empire State of Morocco and the Jordan Moorish National Republic federal government documents are on the public record America, Eastern Morocco, Northwest Mexico, Northwest Africa, the North Great Turtle Island, Gaia, Midgar Earth, Colonel's Time Immemorial into perpetuity, Ego Sum, Justice by Jim and the Star, a capitis nolo and printing, and purpose to judge the purpose solo and proper heredes, knows the angels, knows the principle, knows the agent. Amenamente con verbos quacume alla cavetis supertarum adodicata ed ego in coleo in quacume sabezites supertarum edo saluta in the kilo. Islam.